Please tell us your name.
Ming Songrona, Tenzin Namsay.
His Holiness the Dalai Lama asked us to record your experiences so that we can share your memories with many generations of Tibetans, the Chinese, and the rest of the world. Your memories will help us to document the true history, culture, and beliefs of the Tibetan people. Do you give your permission for the Tibet Oral History Project to use this interview?
공서초기 깔라페바 난시 간주기 다른 아닐라기 미치 냠용의 중바디 로규 티즈 지기요래 안 로규 둔주네 네 페미 미라 망보다 갸미리 안 학과도 점블링기 미망요와 아니 코 남바기 네 벽이 게랍타 리숑의 가리 예메된 켄도 용그래 nganzu lega de mingla phögi ngagyun gerap legul sigiyore anila and dileya thari anila gi nganzu lo lugyu sungba di pheju tangya ge chokchen nanggi rawala. Yes,
Thank you for offering to share your story with us.
nganzu lo lugyu sungba dila thuji che shugi.
Okay. During this interview, if you wish to take a break or stop at any time, please let me know. If you do not wish to answer a question or talk about something, let me know.
Tiwa tile nang bekablia anila ka goya duna ka sungro nang yan tiwa khashela len kyundu mebina lema kyune digre.
If this interview was shown in Tibet or China or anywhere in the world, would this be a problem for you?
Kesi tharing tiwa tilen chebadi phe gyana zamling la temba yina en kale ke yorwes anila la kale ke yomarwala yomarwal no.
Okay. We are honored to record your story and appreciate your participation in this project.
Tharing anila de lugyu sunga pheba dilaya ani kabuchungs.
Anila, can you please tell me where you were born and how old you are now?
Anila ge chungsa ge lungba de ming karina
Shidong.
tanda konglo khatsu yendro. I was born in Shidong and I'm 68 years old now.
And what kind of work did your family do in Shidong?
Anilagi chungju yimbe kableya an nangmitso Shidong nangleya chowa khande gigi yodrol.
No, nganzo mo chonde ngad ya pembonda chare mo do mo cho khalara manda ji mo cho ya chembonda jirindo.
Lega 가르치기 유나 디 kabla.
Takola yuma nganzo do bogo chuchungire nga o ka ko sajiya da kola nga lo cho yin sare na. Nga sajiya da nga lo cho rindu na lo cho da na. Ana jami pele heore nga mo thong mene da de jami pele heore lo cho ni rin ho.
Anilagi pala amla yorwala.
Yore.
Lega 가르치기 yore di kableya.
Hindi chigra.
My family were farmers and we were not of the leadership class, but we were quite well-off family, and I can remember that I was 12 years old when the Chinese first arrived.
Ani, before the Chinese arrived, could you just tell me what was it like growing up in your family?
The gemi male bingen la rwa anila konglo chungni gi ngon la di ngon la ani mitse khande ta bu yore anila
ane mo thoi shabo kade sana saya yore hinka chambu da ngaron da mando no lo me choma tusi da yomare ngando tusi de pa da yima ngando chipo mo thoi chi chi da yima che yore ane ngando chalo se chi yomare ngaro da mata ane tusi de chopa chochi yore tilma choparala de tumba yira ngando chucho ngando mo thoi chi na de yoma.
So we were a well-off family and we had plenty to eat, and my house was in an isolated place, and across the river was the village.
And how many members were there in your family? How many children, and where were you in that lineup?
Anilagi nangla chungju yimbe kableya pugo khajujiore.
Pugo ngalo pinjo duyo ngatapi.
An anila gemba chunga shemba kaginangla ligiore.
Na gemba yi. Gemba geshita ngai.
Ani pala amla yorwa.
Pala amala yore.
So there were six siblings, and I was the oldest.
And Ani, what was the nearest temple to where you lived?
Gomba tha nye shue di kadire sungyo anla.
Gomba tha nye shue di so gomba diri amate shenda nge pugo kon thonu mudu gomba yomare.
I have only seen the So Gomba as a child.
Okay. And then you said that when you were 12 years old, the Chinese arrived. What happened in your life, in your personal life, when the Chinese arrived?
Anla konglo chungni yindu gane kemi lungbala le sung sung imbala. Ani anila mitsi nala yan kemi le chabe jela ani khari chungsuwe. Ta thangbo kemi anla konglo chungni gangla le rwa. Ani khari cherwe.
Nga lo chungni re na ngando saya do thoma kare saza yora. Ana tene lo chungni ko na jamil heu tharalo na ngando rolo phade jamil to khono luri. Ana ma do ngando rolo chito ndoi. Ana ma rolo tuti. Rolo khopanalo na thanjo ana phade khono luri se thike na rolo ma rolo tuti.
Before, when I was 12, we used to have plenty to eat, and then the Chinese arrived. Father was imprisoned, while our mother and all of us fled into the mountains, and due to anxiety and illness, my mother died.
Why was your father imprisoned, Ani La?
Ani lagi pala yorwa thangune gemi chonga nala kharishin thirel.
Gemi to khono lo nge pala ge asu so gimba se chindu atalo ana moja shiga de na zo khono lo lu he.
Mata khari chiga chimbre so gombala.
So gomba ge mono ralon to diora. Ana dalo saya yomara dalo gemi to ga na no khono rale ala saya do pe yomara. Ralan rondi ora no saya jatega no to khona diglo
ale so gomba ge thaba changma rileya thyo yores
ani tende ora jami bito ne
gomba tor charwe
gomba tor ne gomba no lo thaba den de jo yamara no oti chelo lumba me ora ade amami do no jamilo khote long khoye no khote ne lo ma thu ma thoma ma to ga thara ma thoma se thare ta ma ngando ta lo ma ka de se thare ma ra ni ra la hai ma de thoma se thare.
After the destruction of the monastery, the monks and the people of the region, they got together and resisted the Chinese. And when they were unable to put up resistance, they had fled into the mountains, and my father had gone to deliver provisions to them, which was why he was imprisoned.
When you were 12 years old, you said the Chinese arrived. Did they destroy the monastery at that time, or did it take some time for that to happen?
Anila konglo chungni yimbe kable ya gyami lerwa gyami ki gomba lapsa torre ya lo khashi ji gi jela
lo choni to mare nga lo chison lo de injiri chi lo chi ge la de to gyami bitore lo chi ge de na nga ko cha na gyami holo tari pho na ngado dundi to ne no ko da tha na mo rindo
anila konglo chipshi indi gane gyami gi gomba torwa ani konglo chenga la khari nang le sung ba
anu gola lo chenga da no ko pa du po no shu no ko no thoma pho no thara na saya do ke ya chi chi yo ma re na
I was 14 years old when the monastery was destroyed, and then since then I have suffered. You know, we did not have any food and clothes to wear.
And Anila, who destroyed the monastery? How did that come about? And what happened to the monks that were living there?
Ta gomba torwa la gemige. En di kabla tornge di suina.
Ana chomara ana noge jami khoroto mamul heorel khatuchilamate yomara ana nando jami go gulu chane pepa chomade ne khoba noya ducha teme ana chondo ado hande jami gol hosu joga yora ana chusana che yomarese ana nane shujugi likharese ana talilamage joshi nedeke likhari mate chusana che yomarese nane shujugi likharese jami gendra lora.
And that tornge dita jamida pevaniga rwal.
Jami gul hosu joga yora. Ana pepa guluchi ana niga gi chaltora.
So the monastery was destroyed by both the Chinese soldiers and Tibetans who had been advised and taught by the Chinese that there was no religion, and these monasteries had come about because of oppression. So some of the Tibetans joined in the destruction.
And this was Zowa Gompa. And how many monks were there, and where did they go?
So Gombalaya Tabakazuyana.
Ngatu ko jaba shita yomari.
Mare tangbu Gomba mator gingula.
Ada nga shita shinkameda nga bogo chuchu.
And Taba numbers of Kawa Pena, Yobadunzu?
Gego tanen rogego koro tunre, chuyomohanen. Guyu kertijo natane jamige to chiyorena lama gemba kede no rogego tun titena jamilo khote chamo hande khote chane jamige sigare. Ana do chamo hande do na khashi rada yagal hejere. Ana khashi na kukalama bichalo thogon chu sietare thogon sasana thula. Thon zogon sasana chu sietare.
I don't know how many monks were there because I was quite young at that time, but I know that the older monks passed away, and those monks that resisted the Chinese were killed, and a few have been able to escape. And I know many were killed when they resisted the Chinese at a place called Caogun.
And Anila, when the monastery was destroyed and you were 14, did you see this happening, or were you made to participate in this destruction?
Anila konglu chushi indugane tha so gondi torwa gemige di kabla anila pigela torsala pego tuyo na
ka ni phe rang go yira na to tumba chui da yira phe da chui da dis da ogda noboli khadan dok
ale gombadi
gomba da nga yasan de gombadi ya raji go kon li yira na to ma lumba di ni.
No, because the monastery was located atop a hill, while I lived on the base of the hill, and the distance from my home to the monastery was about from Dharamsala to Nubulinka.
So that would be about 5 miles, something like that?
Maybe.
About 5 miles. And Anila, what happened that you had plenty of food before the Chinese arrived, and then after the Chinese came, you said that we had no food. Where did the food go?
Tangu gyami mali ngela anla namba chole ya sagyu thongyu ta pet byogu shuji yorwala. Gyami le bata anita sagyu thongyu menge charwala. Ta duna donzo khandes meb chare lapsa.
Nato ko gyami ge dondra na. Gyami ge khombalo nato khombal chambora. Ane gyami heona na golo guthijo re. Guthisana na shoguchi hena go therapy mo chosa daga. Anam nando khomba dukian man duchu khomba de ya kya na talando lo chogmi sa na ta ya dale jo na 나도 컴바 두지야지 비추초 바다 키마도 책지 요 말이에요. 안다 컴바 추추 참말로마게 나도 손주다 비치는 날은 나도 마타나 달마 샤노 나도 보고 뭐또 요 말아네. 빨라 아마라 처마 요 말아 보고 주죠라네. 나는 글로라게 요 말아 처마 치지 요 말이에요.
That's because the Chinese took them away. The Chinese came and sealed the doors of our home, which means that we are not allowed to enter our homes. And then we were made to live in the shed. And since our parents were no longer alive, it was just us children. And we did not have even clothes.
Before your mother died, did you escape to the mountains with her? Is that, you said that she became very anxious, and was she in the mountains for a little period of time or a long time before she died? And did she bring all of the children with her?
Anila number 2 riganlia trepe wala gamile dugan dikablia ta ama yorwa amla amla yudugan amla ge pugu changma nyamdo tiperel
네
pugu chu changma
pugu changma je amalladal minbuji yore ana minbude 차례 나도 나 빨라다 아말라니로 빙자다 pugu minbu yore ana hi기도 차사 말해
알레타 riganlia ta amala je pugu chu changma yege jorwa and ama gyu ringlu rigala ya shu yore
ana nato rala dedara ne yar buchen tel hasan on si choto pendara no to mubochi di shwa no ore yar buchen ola mala ore yar buchen choto pen thade sa mata ne hida
anilagi ama yorwa rikangla ya gyu ringlu den ani rikala thongre ya ching cha ne rikala gyu ringlu
yerimbo lochi ma sin da der chekha da ne yando ne yakha da phare na ma tungre lochi da ngada ran der lochi na ama tune lochi kha ngado pugo honda ran doyer.
Okay, so my mother and there was a brother of hers, so he took all of us up into the mountains, and mother was there for about 9 months or so, from springtime to summer, and then even after she had passed away, we were there for another 6 months or so. And at that time we saw some planes flying overhead, and then people used to say that His Holiness the Dalai Lama left Lhasa at that time.
And did you go with your mother and your mother's brother to the mountains after the Chinese sealed your house and made you live in the shed? Is that when you went?
Amla nabatsuda amlagita anilagi amayorwa pingyata ani ashanchi yorwa nabatsu rikanlia chepein ba tidugane gami gi gotik gyapchane pere gotik magyap gyngon la pere
guti yo chane na ke yomara na ashon ralo at lama ge ko lama do kondo chalan do deora ana choma te ralo te mama ni ana do chama den do chogo chindo ndo ma chama do hori holo ana so ran korin gol ndi mo ana jami ginjo ana ya chi to khoni ya chu chi chinjo to khoni ya chu le den di ra ngada ma rala na hewara na lo chiduri thai rala na hewara na re cha thai na ma soma yamin ge hiro to ne na ma se me de se thai ngo ta me de ne ta thai na rala to ne la sita mandu ye na lo so rala japan do chutu do sayami kul ma yami ma thon sa le no ne da lo so rala do ye na soma
tanda anila number 2 nangla gotik gyaswala kyamigi gotik gyapchane rila chere
gotik gyapchane rite
So we fled into the mountains after the Chinese sealed our house. And at that time, my Meta uncle had been fighting along with the Khonka Lama, and the resistance, could not overcome the Chinese, and most of the monks had either escaped, been arrested and imprisoned, or were living up in the mountains. So uncle took us there, and when we came down from the mountains, I was about 16 years old, and by then those that were alive had surrendered, and the rest had been killed.
Ani, could you, if you were like 14, 15, 16 in the mountains, can you remember, I know it's difficult to talk about, but can you please tell us what the conditions were like in the mountains, and did your younger brothers and sisters survive?
Chupshi chunga chudu dunzu changma rigangla ya shurwa and rigangla shupe kabla kange da chungyor de inege tandarwa chik digi netang khande tabu chik chungyore ya anelale ya ta kumje mangbo yorwa bingya chunga and changma ta chik chongya tabu de je chungyo gi mare khande chungyo na yege rigangla
Rapon kila tumate ma una na sayami na Puguchi tuti pomichi. Sajumi to go to Palhama Gamba Honda and Sayami the Relo Jagalumbano Hindu Papusa Paleo Angato. Palesana Papuchi or Hinduchi. And Pandisana Chidoja, Hindungola. Whether the Duna Sa Pogotalo, the Sambata. They are both pay you no, this is a chiore. Jagalumbala ho, Coradio Sanola. Or and he relish don't know the dusa. Jamige Namara Rella leather tear and the tonsa, no Sayami rel pantidondo. And the matter Mandola, the other Chumaria, not to Cheris and the Ra. And then Teddy could toss and a Jamigi Payere to reach. Teddy Hakason Payere. Ngada sana ya chubu ya ngada da kuso sare ngando kuso ngada de ya chimbo de sare o cheka ngando da kuso sare hiba chupo se chi so ya rimbo se chi de upo se de khando go khrondo ge gari chi na luche sada
Anila thanda rigala ya losum shudwala di kabla ya ne netang khande chungyuna anla
ana rala de otte chalo otte jami sanare mdua khondo rala shipa phota rala ro ana khashela pirunda lo khashela thoto na zo anda ida saya khora rala shipa phota ge
Anila number 2 amala da pingya chunga da rigalia thepherwa ani losum rigala shurwa rigala shupe kabla ani kange khari chungyuna
ana kange jami ge thongma na na nal pandun re kange sita yo mare shino sita yo mara jami ge thongda ni na de onje de mete sita yo mara na na hore na Nadasum de Patarana, Shima Shudio.
The Rigala, Losum Shudugane, Saya Gori, Desa Gori, Tungia Gori, a Dunzu Kande Chere.
Lo Sanga de Regilo and Deomare, Man no Gutijora, and Allo Chisori Dua. In the Chisha, Janga Judu de Judu Malhora, Relana Malhora, and Allo Judu into.
네, 단다 로숨 디마 용기 야 투기 체르벨.
안다마네. 아니. 나 우시 히트해서요 말이. 상관도 파이 달라라. 초침볼지 파디오는 살 파텐타.
레네 리디 강라야 사야 통야 큰야 데사 칸데 체레.
네 사야는 레 현달로 야미시다 마우마게 로바토 시요라. 달라 티로스는 티레.
Losumpura.
Ana tisa, na to pala tisa degram. tapade hingando tele sainda pa yo marana la da tupa tu moto anana himate ge hinkato yasano nama tondo this na yiga ngoche tu de yiga.
So in the mountains, if we were not seen by the Chinese, then it was good for us. But if we, were spied on by the Chinese, then they would start shooting. And the food that we had to eat there were, that we picked greens and other things that could be picked up from the wild, and then we also would go to villages to beg where there were no Chinese presence. And when I was 13 years old, that was the time when our house was sealed, and when we came down, I was 16 years old. And after coming down, then one of my sisters died of starvation, and in those days, it was very difficult, and we used to look for a wild berry called pole, which sometimes I find here in Dharamsala. And the Chinese then classified the people into various classes, like the leadership class, the ngadak, and we were among the kucho. Then there were the wealthy and middle class farmers and the poor, whom the Chinese trusted the most.
How many of your brothers and sisters survived those 3 years in the mountains without your mother? And who was looking? Were you looking after them?
That rigala that and anila number 2 dawa geko chine amala chongsoa and di jela anita pingya chugyorwa anila sugita and sogyong chere pingya da bugu changma
ananda zalaya de chale mamu boyora ananda ma vala yamiga ngando tisa mumbo tore ngo mate ho tseno matu dode maku kaniti mati se de zalaya la ma tisa mure ananda nama chila mal hewe na ore ananda mate be ore an lutinda chi jogda de jore nga lo chiduri
there were many other people in the mountains, and then the Chinese would send messengers up into the mountains with a message asking us to come back, and that we would not be beaten, that we would not be arrested. And when we came down, the Chinese, they asked for our age, and then I remember that I was 16 years old.
The Chinese asked for age?
Age.
Okay, got it. Anila, when you were in the mountains, your father was imprisoned. Do you know how many years he was sentenced to prison? And did you ever, where he was, how many years, and did you ever see him again?
Anlada nami chama rigalaya thepherwa dikableya pala chongana thi chayorwa ani lo khachu ji chun la sha yuna
lo na khotta chi ne pala tande
di jela ani chun ne le ne ani anilagi pala thu yuna
thu yare te ne pa chana ne pa de na hidwa ke na yami to.
My father was in prison for 21 years, and he was released by the Chinese because he was on his deathbed.
Anila, did you see your father at all before he died?
Anila anilagi pala si yorwa je yorwa.
Who cheat to go to Palhan and Puntare? No, to Sayami, Kayami, Chechi, Mina, Dungi, no, Dungi, Hitano, Mari, soon, and Yami, all Dunga, Lechi, Noyare, Sayami, Machila Katacho, Mother, Teddy, some of the powder, Longa, Machi, Tuna, Talakatacho, Mari, Tumba, Nala, Diachi, Machila, Gondra Cho, Mari, Kachi, Tacho, Mari.
Yes, I did meet my father, and only one of our siblings starved to death, and we did not suffer that much up in the mountains. But when we came down and under the Chinese, we were classified, and then we were not allowed to speak to anyone. We couldn't interact with anybody, none of our neighbors, and if you met anybody on the streets, you were not allowed to talk to them.
And so when you came down from the mountain, you were 16, and did you have responsibility for taking care of the rest of the children? And how did you do that?
Rigane ma perwal anila konglo chudu in sungimba. Ta anilagi ta buguchunga changma ya anes tagyo nangu buyorwa. And anila kante nangbe ta changma la chika tagyo kante jina.
Ashonga pomochi yore na tegero pochire. Ye magi mimbo gemba la pomochi yore. Na tegero pochire matangada and yemen me.
It was my maternal uncle's daughter who helped take care of us, and I'm not a very capable person.
And Anila, what did you do with your days? How were you? How did you survive and find food and shelter? Can you tell us about the time, your life after you were 16?
안라 공로 주주기 제larwa 아니 닌다 레시 아니 내가 저거 가르치고 그래 또고 제약이 된다래야.
아니 만들어 신카 동거 팔아 살루어 먹게 아니 신카는 요토나 말아 먹게 아니 만들어 신카한테 띄우라 만들어 뭐총 거 저다지게 사배하고 그샤요나 뭐총 나로총 뜻이죠. 주지가 지게 신카이 도 말로 기트해 또래 안나가도 신카데 도와 디테네 안나 돌팔로 동고 바장고 팔로 사팔루네 나 두지야나 로 투데지로 나 사를 파사크 힌투루 안나 만도 두사데 야마 투시카도 마잔도 사디히레 차 얘긴 더그냥 안도 떨려야 찬도그래 떨려야 찬도그래 가사 가니 만도 두시 엔다 지팅 틸링이래 tumba shita yo mare mo chong ni khatsa ji ni china de yo mare ta shang soma chong de ra adon no li cha de ngan don do ga de phale ju ser phone do phone ju ser phone do ka da ma ta na ngan do chan do gre su su do gi ti ka chu re no khond cha ye bi ju ser do ga
가르치가
Yami thongya na khondala na kede zare chade yegi shigura. Tado mota de chayomara tusira na jagana polanga yomara.
아니 안을라 넘버 저 가리개가 유 당겨래.
Yami lechisa. Chade yegi chigura na tusilo.
안에 로스.
Khondo kede kare soi na tusili chajogura. tusi tumba kaya na no khondole lechigura na tari sonninda bo phoyo mara
alen anela chayamye share
ngalo anda na mareda ta ngandolo mi teri kucho saore ta kucho chachi sa jo saore ta ya lumba china la ya ye re kol chi re de ta jo saore oni ju pa cho chi la tu sin chi la jo sare tel do o cho ya tu si kaya na dal ju so mucho na tu si kaya na de ju so rala chi pa kaje nya wi chi su lumba no ge me chi rala ndo thana te liye ba chi na ke ton sa no de the na ma na ga langa mi na langa do tumba si sin de kali de no ya.
So my family's plot of land was divided and distributed to many other families, and we were allotted a very rocky, infertile land then for 6 to 7 years, we dug earth from the mountains and spread it on the rocky field to make it into a farmland. And the Chinese wouldn't give us time to cultivate our own land, because since we were classified among the Kuto, they ordered us to go to various villages, some which were located atop hills and some far away, and deliver messages to these villages. And there were no roads, no vehicles then, no telephones. So day and night, where there was no road, no path, we had to go and deliver the messages, and it was very difficult work.
Did you have any idea of what the messages were about?
Ni land de da yigi ke ga tangi yorwal di khari yona yigi da land di khari yigi na la khari yona
ana kon도 손주 속으라 안에 도 호스사 손지 손에 그리까지 손안에 거기 잡이 손게 그리까다 간다 속이나데 레치사 ana 폰 다리 손이라고 보여 말아 ana 간다 레치사 동그라.
So these messages were to call the others to attend meetings, and since there were no phones, we were the ones who delivered the message.
So, Anila, if you couldn't cultivate your own land, even after working so hard to prepare it, how did you get food?
And Gamigi susugi shinga deble chiala tuzutero chigio marwa. And Anila number so kala sayala dukane ragiore.
ana ngado hikhanala alabala chito ina hadasana chidoya yere ya dogro kondoge wudusana chidoya yere hadasana chidoya yere
Hadi.
ana wudusagide shuge shundi indondora wudusagide
Te de burwe.
chedere hadasagide ndo hamayodo tungurindori hama tuya kayoro kondo mita tongremata.
Ale ani dutab ni tes rather ragiore.
This reality no kondo reya dondorane.
Hado udo.
They said the dondore, yeah. Kondoge. And I mean, along and again, you may so. You mustn't do ya. Oh, yeah, the mother 10 need at it. She can't buy your mother door, your mother dingay your mara. That your mother get children too. But the summer the sal amount the two, and then your mother do to get to bed to mother, no telling on your mean.
So we had a very poor harvest, and from the harvest that we had, the grains were taken away by the Chinese as tax. We had two types of taxes. One was called the wudo, which was the government tax, and then there was the hado, which means whatever surplus grains we had, which was taken away. So in our region, we could harvest 2 crops a year, and the second crop we planted turnip. Since there was no one who took away the turnips, we could make tupa out of boiled turnip, and also boil the top part of the green vegetable and eat that.
Anila, were you and your siblings, were you close to starvation a lot of the time, and were people around you starving because they didn't have enough to eat? What were conditions like in your village?
Anilagi chongsebla di kableyata kala saya pe gyobu cherwala ani susu nangla re yayun chongsebla re mi mangbo kala mene ani ta toshi gyawiagi thuju dinde charwel
네 도시 되었는 건도 내 엄마기 도시 되었는 dunthare.
Yes, people were on the verge of starvation, and one of my younger sisters died from starvation.
And at this time, Anila, were you a nun, or were you wanting to be a nun? What was your situation? Because you are a nun now.
Tanda Anila, ta ani Rwala. Di kablia ani anila ani suyona kandina.
Ani soye nga pelo no tuma uko ne ani soye.
Tanda nganzo anila kunglota judu lelhaq staburwa. Tanda gyami ki lega che. Didu kane anila ani suyona.
Are nga ane kiyegi akadende kanda chegin chikingon riri yir. Taiwa manu. Go riri yir. Nga lo nakhatani lo dala tap ti se chigano nga lo chindonu ta ti se gane. Jine se aje sana jami ge soma na toji kiti se chi shayura.
Ala langa so gyami langa so pen.
La.
Gyami langa so pen.
Nga so me chindonu ore nga ta de na ti se chi shayi na lo do mo giri na ko pha ba na ane. Ane ko yo more ore ane lama lo tapi khone na ane ke.
I always had my hair shaved and never grew my hair except when during the Cultural Revolution I had to go and work on the Chinese road construction, and I was 22 years old then. I grew my hair longer, but then later during the period of leniency I gave my hair offering to a lama.
Well, Anila, when you said I always shaved my hair, you mean from what age were you doing that, and why were you doing that?
Anila katune ta konglo chinchi gane ani ta phagi yorwala. Di ani konglo khatsuisne ani ta phare kharichene phare. Konglo khatsuisne ta phaya go chuina.
Ana ta ba jete lo sunje ya na ane ge dumba dieta.
Mari anla thangbu chunju gane ngema rangne ta go ta me sungi bala. Anila yomarwala. Di kharichene pha digi yorela uta.
Ade kanda chigi phamayo thara kanda chigi khokomara.
Ine ani deba chene rwela ani nangya gi deba chene ta pha digi yorela.
Riri ani chiya gi deba ne nga ton ani chiya gi deba yore.
Right from the beginning, I wished to become a nun, but since I did not have my parents, I had no knowledge how to go about it. Then it was only in my 30s that I was able to offer my hair.
Anila, why did you want to become a nun?
충분히 다 아니라기 아니 소야기 되바 여러와라 디 에네 되바 디 가르치니 되발레 레스
근데 나도 히딜로는 아니 키나 페레스는 안다 로티아 페기나.
That's because the Tibetans say that if you are a nun in this life, you have a better next life.
And what is it about being a nun? What does a nun do that assures a better next life?
다 제제마라 약부 용이야 된다라와 다 아니 차두가네 다 아니 디기 가리가리 난기래
아니게는 가리가리서는 디봉부치 숭그러서라는 건도 연대는 시타라로 ane sunbiye shita khako maritene
kare sungyalo
ane dipare remare dipa rema ko ade thoma pungra ane magache de thimi mo pungra.
There are many prayers and other rituals that nun has to recite, but since I did not have any education, it's difficult.
Ani, are you connected to a monastery, a nunnery right now? And when did you join it?
Tanda anila gomba chiknala shugi yono.
Gomba maya ge gori re gomba nalo pechata mutu thara ngana 나 파기 추추고네 까카까나길 허노래네 안다는 칼라 말하는 얘기하기 따지나마다 칼라치 사부터를 이게 딱 하여 말하네.
No, I'm not, because I'm old, and since I cannot read the prayer scriptures, it's difficult. Earlier, when I was very young, my father did teach me the alphabet, but when you don't have food to eat, you don't spend time on education.
Right. Anila, please explain to us, just to go back to your childhood for a minute, your young adult. So how many years did you have to do this job of delivering messages to the villages and other areas? And did that job ever change, and what did you have to do next?
Ta anla dingon le ya jami ki len ke ga phenge yin sung roal di le ga di lo mang le nang yu do
lo nga lo chudune na nga lo pa 순저다지 너 유지로
mare anla lo ni san ni le lam so le phen sung so jami ge
난 알아서 먼저 너무 놀리라
mare anla thanda yigi anila rang ge yigi pha chu ke ya di lam so mandros pa do nang revel
रे ना चिपत से मरा मथुम मका दे ना दे
je shembata rwa thanda ngan zo anila rang ge lu gu la thiwa gu gu yorwa anla khonglo chu do ne thanda gemi yigi ke ga tang ya chorwa di khonglo kha chu pa do nang res
네, 사네. 먼저
lo ni san ni la lam so phen sung yin ba
나는 시다 도마라. 럭키 도마리 너도.
ani ya yang yo chu phen yigi ke revel
난 컨동이야라 리그라한테.
So from the age of 16, in between, at the age of 22, for about 6 months, I've been on road construction, and then later it continued.
I see. And Anila, where was the road construction, and what exactly was your work?
Anila, Lanka susa kawaii no.
짜모.
아니 차례 가래 난 거래 랑가서
못살로 소라 나 랑테 살루 자마죠 기반고 시부코 레기다 살루 이게 못살로 나 모노로 사페 술루 야 통보는 게 패도 레기다
That was in the region called Tamo, and we were constructing a motor road, and wherever the region was at a lower place, we had to fill the place with earth, which we carried on our back in baskets, and at the higher regions, we had to level the area by digging away the earth.
And what were the conditions like to work on that road crew? Can you tell us what your daily schedule was, and what you had to eat, and where you slept, and were you with other women, or were they men and women? Give us some description, please.
단다 랑가 소설 다와 추페 송이마 랑가 소설 데레야 교가기메 요레 데사 카와 요레 칼라 칸데 요레 디갑게 루규직 송로나
칼라는 담바 자마치 안 마티우레 안에 자는 수수게 난다 별로 하여야 하여네 초비 수수게 그래 자도 타스마 컨덕이 자치티 비샤치티 예레 네 담바치 콩레 네 담바데 자마치 안 티우레 네
아니 슈사
저 컨덕 이게 니만도 콩바고 한다 콩바한다 nima dua tala nima sane dua de ya tong na tina lo koro tashu buko yana sawan
안녕마 강바도 디나는 데르와
nima de ya dong ga do nima de ya dong so na tashu na ko yana
아네 아니 교각김에 수수유나
choga chame de mo buyore ne
내가 랭에 가주스도
ngando chalo lo de me soja de re sa de me te chi na chi ki shoi na shoi ki ge de do ra ngando lumba no le manda choni pota.
So there were people from many different towns and regions, and from my village we were 12, and I saw that on the road construction site were about 300 people, and we used to live in huts that were made from bamboo with a plastic cover on the for the roof, and the Chinese gave us tea leaves, and we had to prepare the tea ourselves, and they also gave us some tsampa, which was measured out.
About how much did you get a day?
니마직라 tsampa 가주스라기래라. tsampa tegi yorwa gemi lamsola tsampa 가주스티기래 니마직라.
Namara ke lo corri sare. Namara la ke lo corre.
Kilo inji mardi jama.
Oh ya de ngando pe bi jama to corre. Jalo sunji yore sare dachila.
Pesha tegi yor sungbe.
Pesha dachila liro litha lindi songa wale litha dalo dachila gumcho yi.
Ane liro la.
Liro dalo ye pesha mumbu yojira. Lindi litha lo goma chora da choni sajo yaman ramenji yora. Tonkata wale chora no choni no. Litha da. Dala.
Litha sina yagarwe.
Dod.
Ngomu chungni.
Tamadala.
타마들라 고무 중니.
adala.
아니 리로 랑에디 약슈드르웨.
Dala ya mumbu yo sare.
아니 리타 안다 찍기말라 찍송소.
Lindi dala.
린딩라.
Lindi kido dala ndiwa de pisamu ni khotanga da yo sare dala. Ya thoa dala sunje da yo sare.
아니 디카레 수수기 내가 가주 제토마토르웨.
Ade mo dongura ngando teji ko cho yi thar do am ya cha tila marite me yo da tire de.
So the tsampa that we rationed out was I think 1 gyama a day, the Tibetan measurement, because it was said that monthly we were rationed 30 units of the measurement, and the payment that people received was, there were 3 different categories. The liro, for which those people received about 30 units of currency, and then the lading, which was the middle one, about 25, and the worst was called litho, and we received about 12 units of currency. And since we were classified as the kuto, of course we were in the worst category.
Anila, did you have any choice in working on this road construction, or was it forced on you? If you wanted to leave, could you leave?
Anda anila langa soga peyajiorwa. Di susu deba mebe ina pa nangla logi instinde sunya yorwe inji minji gami gi onyu sheni langa. That was a force. We had no choice.
And could you just tell us what was like a daily schedule like every day that you did that for 6 years? What was the
6 months?
I thought you said 16 to 22 on road construction.
No, 16 to 22, a messenger. A road construction, 6 months at the age of 22, and back as messenger.
And back, just 6 months. Okay, thank you.
Anila tanda pige la lam sosa la shurwa dawa chuziji. Indi kabla nima takpa rishta lega ji yorwa la. Di shoke khadyu ne gochu re. Ani lega khande chi ani gonda khadyu zamsha chi re.
Telanda pori ne chutu gobano chundong. Gunda chutu ngapa kaga.
So the work was, the timings were similar to what we have here. We gathered for work at 9 and then we let off at 5.
And Ani, when you went back to becoming a messenger and going from place to place, can you describe what did you see? What conditions were going on in the other villages or places? What did you notice about your country when you were delivering these messages?
Anita dawa truk lamsul shurwa dine ya pan lung chongsib la pa perwa la di kabla yangyo ya anila gi lengke ya da yigi khito ya da dinde chongsib khaba khasa phigi yorwa en di kabla chongsib shemba donjuli ya ani ta khare khare si suwe
to sinala nan dora na kucho yin thara la khacha ami de ne so ya mi yo mare khonto ge na 얘게 가들 띠게서나 달아빠는 주네네 셀이나 챈고 추운 거는 되네 소야자 가마 참이요 말 이게 컨트롤 내지 얘게 어디 띠는 나 달아 띠게서 미지요라 오늘 달아 게도는 달에서 우리 달아빠는 주네 카트야 고소이 타래 카트야 미지도 내 소야 미지도 잘라 미지요 말에
When I went to deliver the letters, I had to deliver the letter in the hand of the person who was to receive the letter. And other than that, being a kuto, I could not speak to anybody and nobody would hire me a room for the night. So even if it was night, I had to return.
And were the conditions in the places that you delivered the letters, were they the same as your own village?
Tanda yegi kega pesa gi chongsep dunzu yorwa dunzu ge ta anila number 2 gi chongsep dabur wela
kipa yire
neta
kipa yire yaminge soga yora kipa chijong yire
it was the same condition, exactly the same.
And were there any resistance fighters in your area who were trying to stop the Chinese?
Anilagi tanda chongsep di yang yun duwa le ya gyamil pa zing digi yunal
kaha yamin de man yamin ga ka sana de yire yamin ola duwa yire yamin ga khonzo lo je de mata yamin ga una ngando to mara khonzo ga lo je de ngando to re ka je to thare to ri me se ji pa de se re ne thondi to ne momo bo se thara ngando sa na
an la dingon la gyamil zing yorwel
ne zine na ne tangi loi ba gamba zine gamba tra thondo belne ala mama mo yora na mo ra mara do ne mama sama de do de lumba de no la ne gamba ta ba mama do ne da thoma de la ne ra lu chutu pi ne saya mina na ngando ti re sa de loi ba
di je la zing yo marwa tanda di je la anila number 2 yige pa zo yige ke pedu gane du zing yo marwa gyamila
na ma tupa jong yo mare ta ngana kan do na ngando teris mi din thore to mi yore du mi yore ngando du re teri ira kucho smi din thara lo ana ngando la na me chi thua yin na de dung gre ngando koshi do ra langa na me chi thu na me du cha chi thu na du re koshi do gre ngando langa do re kucho smi de koshi do.
As I told you earlier, there was the resistance, but that was much earlier when the monastery was destroyed. At that time, the people and the monks of the monastery resisted, but later there was no resistance at all. And being a kuto, even if I walked on the road, I had to be very careful to hide when somebody came. Otherwise, if it was a bad person, he could beat me if he liked.
Did that ever happen to you? Were you accosted or stopped by people and beaten? And how would they know you were a Kotso?
Anila ta kucho rwala. Kucho indu gane ta langa la pedu gane mi dende ka dung dende chung yong be. The kucho imba mi shemba langa jonge dunzugi kandes ha kugrela.
ngando daran sadaji chagana na ma thoma ngando thunde thone ngando ma thom mi te na teno pe mo ma tu ne ngando kimbe na yogra nga de duli mo ma lo yi nga da chen so ta me yi se de konto ke jo na lo thunde tho ngando ma mi chi ma no tu gra na mo shi gra na ngando ma no tu gra na.
Yes, that happened to me many times out in the streets, as well as they've come to my house to beat me. And people recognized us, everybody in the, take for example, the whole of Dharamsala comes to a meeting. Likewise, everybody attended the meetings, and the name of the family was called out, and people like us had to kneel down right in the middle of where people were, watching, so they could recognize us anywhere.
And were you ever subjected to thamzing?
Anila rangla thamzing chungswel. Anila kina rangla thamzing tangswel. Yes, I've been subjected to thamzing many times.
Many times. And where did that occur in your village, or just when you were delivering messages? Can you tell us the circumstances? And were you made to wear a sign, or what were you accused of? You were a young girl, so what were you accused of?
Anila thamzing tang sa jiorwala di khaware yigi kega dosa saja deware khawasusu longbala re khaware
촌데 초라 건도 촌데 마마로 촌데 루라 안나 촌데 루는 건도 야미가 촌데 따빠리시 야미가 촌데 초그라냐 야미가 따빠리시 촌데 초그르다 뭐 신치지 이들아 야미가 딸란다 보자 너무한다 와치 도와 데 건데 야미가 났더래 나도 따라는 신치지요라 아무튼 따빠리시 건도 촌데 초그라냐 Yamigila lingism de Kipone, Cron, Lucid to Deorani, Yamigil Taparish, Lucid to Run, Consul Totobara.
Tondo the Kawato or Saja.
Sacha, Sean Togina, Condola Chachi Orane, Kuma and Demiga, Legebaga, Sean Togusan Togurane, Chino Togusan and Chino Toguri, Shan Togusan and Shan Condo Coro, good Soran. And Anaka, Sonana, Donna Doran.
And Anila numbers of the deal thamzing tangiora, Tondo Dina.
Condo Mama Yatondera, and another 20 don't bring the 100, 100, and then Monania Chora, Langaninia. And the Machi Kibeton, Lapajuna, Dili Mama Longi, Salapaya Tonchore, and Nadia Chasotami, Salapa, and Chomichi Machi Sogayora, and the Chora.
So these thamzing took place at meetings. The Chinese, usually had certain days of the week when such meetings would be held, and people had to go wherever the meetings were held, whether it was in the town or at the prefecture or wherever where the meeting was called. And when people gathered, we would be brought there. And they had trained certain people to raise their hands on, and they followed.
And Anila, what would they accuse you of? And then physically, what did they do to you? If that's not too difficult for you to talk about.
Anila, ta na jikten gogo yorwala milaya duputangya leya. Anila konglo chunju re ani dikavleya anila la nak karichini duputangi yos lagiduela. 다 수수기 껴인지 요구라 두고 당야라야. 아니라라야 다 껴인 가르주래.
나도 신카다 첨보는지 나 로마노라 대시대 배다 치지는 말이대 나 처와부터 나도 나는 얘긴도 나도 로마노라 신카다 막니 쳐다도 나도 리도 로마노야 나는 사야토야도 처와도 제 기반다 빨라 아마나는 나도 아마게 뽀뽀 아마게 빨라데 저기 기반나는 뭐 손지 기반이 있는데 나도 달라라 도와 나 같이 줘보 같이 주본도 도와 나는 나도 저기 기반다지 사람한테 나도 빼다 처리 못도 뭐 손침보도 지린도 나는 까카게 지나 한데 야뭐 손 텀버린도 나도 빼미다 쳐요 말이 뭐 손지이래 나는 나게 뭐손 칼라리아네 나지 그뭐 자와들 재미가 뭐도 아는 처음에는 재미게는 별로 뭐 처음에 제가 처음에는 그 접하더라. 그 처음에 그 처음에 나대는 여름에 지기리로 비어네. 그 처음에 때 체카리로 비어네.
So that was because my family owned a large area of land, and though we were not leaders, but my grandfather, my mother's father, had been a very capable person, and he had, worked hard, and we were one of the richer families. And the Chinese, did not like the rich or the influential, and like us. Just like we have rich people and poor people here in India, and same way, we had the rich and the poor in Tibet.
Anila, what was it like for you to have to go to meetings and not know if you were going to be beaten or abused in some way? What was that like? Because that could happen at any time. So did you dread going to meetings? What was that like?
미 상망 천도를 깨당기도 알게 미게 양시 깨당고로와 다 안일하게 천도를 폐기요로와 천도를 폐디간에 다 수수 셈벤나리야 다 다리가 천도를 두두간에 가 동그리 딘데 안일라 툭라 공교요렐
그래 다는 다리 두다서 다리 톤디 열어서도 고라 몇단다 다리 톤디 게 그래서 됐달라 안에 내치대 단다리에서 나는 랑가지 뭐지 두라 다 나다지 뭐 차샤 나는 현대지 고쳐지 차샤 당연히 랑가지 두야나 시지 말로나 나니 랑가노로 고쳐지 랑가노 추운데나 랑가노 판단에나 나니 고쳐난다라 오늘 그 도와지 로에래서 시티치로게 대디지에래 네 키니기 차 도와지 예미로 몰로여지 두카지에래서 나도 톤데 제제 단다게 제그러면 돼. 얘가 제제 가야 요마라. 단다 선이 제그러면 돼.
말에 안을라 좀 좋다. 손도를 폐게 열어와. 다 디님마들라 동야 임바디 딩년에 렌테 차르엘라.
다는 저던 던네 투여레서리 다다기던 멋지 땅가 랑가나로 투여레서리에서 달론 투네 두자로에라나 다기다니 튼디 동그리엘로데.
네. ale 고초 니 토요나 균이 계제 독자 셰요 리스 딘데 람네 탐지 당셔요
와 단다리는 단네 쩐도 예첨이야 나 단달로 그래 내미게 촌디여 도디 돈에 단달로리면 나는 단달로 예첨이야
so during the thamzing they have to accuse us of doing something. So sometimes it was that if one kuto had met another kuto on the way, and then if he had a conversation, the Chinese would say that we had had a conversation against the Chinese. So that was they made that as one of the reasons to accuse us and then commit the thamzing.
And what did they do when they did the thamzing on you?
아니라라 탐진 땅으로와라 탐진 땅뒤간에 아니 가리 채서 아니라
아나 마카시게 너제 테레가 가시게 따디 보여나 나 잘었던다 단다 테레는 너제 테레는 더 제슈레네
다 아니라라
가시기 돈자 쇼데 나 처음 봤던 진다고 이 말아 가시기 돈을 줘 가시기 돈을 줘.
So during the thamzing, your ears were pulled. If you had long hair, your hair was pulled, or you would be slapped and you would be kicked.
And how long did that go on? Was it a matter of minutes or an hour or what period of time?
thamzing tandu gane ta amjo ten dong den de chigiyorwa anla ti gyuringlu chigre.
나 처음에 레디네 달라둥 얘기라. 나 컨도 차드는 것도 매 주스든 것도 매 피우라. 나 컨도 나올라 그런도 타기지 전에 쉬는데 가르가르 놀는 것도 할까.
단다 둥 대야지yorwa anla 둥 gap chiya di gyuringlu dugre.
이게는 뭐 그래.
아 단한간주 최주 두주 직 최주 제외는 안을라 숭투기요나 같이
저태나 니선데 둥게래. 뭐지 저태지인데 둥게 말아. 뭐지라 다리 쳐가데 시이사 가래 로이사 친이트 카트니 가리지 있어. 아니 그냥 등에지 이메일로 그러나 등에 책지에 말아나. 아니 나 등에지 말해서라 뒤지서 아니 가로pa 마치도에나 아니 체니 가르치 있어나 그킬로그램 킬로그램 아니 킬로미터나 아니 마신다 롱라 마신다게 기차지도 다니 치니 가르로이 가니 치니 펀을 투티 치니 가나가나 중에 로래
아니 다 창만냠도 dom나 추준이 숨고르요
아니 숨고래
So the whole process would take about 2 to 3 hours, and there would be many other people who were also being beaten. Say, for example, first I'm the one to be questioned, then they would ask me, with what I and the other person who was co-accused talked about, what we had discussed, and then both of us would give our answers, then we would be beaten, and then another person would be, interrogated and beaten.
Ani, how many years did this go on in your life, and what age were you when it was happening?
다 탐진 다 동 천도초 제르와 안라디 딘데 진이 록 하주 스도요나.
턴디 마기네 알로 너가 데이터 지던 더 있더래.
니슈zabdin zabgene cheyo mares.
제 말에 턴디데 제 말때 런데 요 말아 키파 제거라 답해모츠 나 제야들 마기와라 나타 데이터 지리디터.
So I was about 27 or 8 and that the thamzing stopped, and though we did not have any freedom, but we didn't have to kneel down and be beaten.
Would it be possible to say during those years that you were beaten, they were like from about 24 to 27? Is that what we're estimating?
Yeah.
Anila, could you please say what was the effect on you as a person? How did it make you feel about yourself, about other people? How did it sit with you that you were being treated like this? What did it do to you?
Anila lo mangojis talo ni shu za sumchapshis ne ni sabdun sabkes pato en ni matawarishi chondolo kong thamjin tangde gane dung dele cherwala anila rangi susu sembena thudu gane ani khareta ji kongudo wela
tataan jamingo ola shajara sonjada matata jagalungal hemu jarumbal chingi usona kebat jenji chikayo krote pinalo yomare.
So at that time, I thought, that I would certainly die under the Chinese, and I never ever dreamed that, I would be able to go to India and to see His Holiness the Dalai Lama.
Did you ever think of taking your own life when the suffering got really difficult?
Anila di kabya kange dungye shu chombo yorwala ane so chikshi shago samya dabu dindegi ane thuzu chungyona.
아니 해게 손에 중요해요. 간데 뭐 중요해. 해게 기와 미터라 다가 쳐는 중도나 손은 먼저 쳐요리. 다 쳐도는 말 중도나. 너무 엄마들이 너야리. 다 가다 지기서 뭐 되는 차이가 신는다. 거반으로 저거는 사야 토야면 또 다라서 주 서원에 사야 토야라서 쳐요 말아. 갈리 노노 다 시야도 문도 다 잘마 피고서는 피질라 문도 당간도 랑가 쳐보여래 잘마 피고서는 잘마 피지 문도 천의 충고서는 천의 추야 문도
ale chom thog mindu su
총 조금 문도
a pingya chunga tenis
빙자 좋아하다는 다가 충도나 나 간도나 힘마라 성원나 대리다 나 다리 달마 충도나 거도나 간도 하고 마라 성
Of course, it happened to me many times. You know, there were times when I thought I should jump into the river. And in our region, we had cliffs, so I thought, you know, I should jump down the cliff. But since my time hadn't come, I couldn't do it, you know, thinking about the siblings.
Were you trying to take care of your siblings at the same time as you were enduring this thamzing?
Anila di kablaya thamzing dende tang chidu ganeya susu pingya chunga dunzuliya anila tagyon chigyorwel.
추워 따라는 라 티베타사 참. 다 예바다 두네 추워다 티베타사 누그라. 가다 제티 컨트롤이라 따그라.
So I had to take my younger siblings to witness the thamzing because the younger ones had to watch when the older ones were being beaten.
And what effect did that have on them?
아니 콘주 총아 돈줄라네 가리다지 다 삼기요나 콘줄라.
아는 다 코요 톤디마도 데네 로카시자티라네 자미게 매추아한데 마마도 기파서이 샤무 달나 샤무 걸로ken데나 달나레나 달가가요 안에 여보 마게나 안에 때는 야 괜히 여보 기어이나 안에 매피네 마마 차로 서지니 세자미 손디 소래 달로티
로충아 돈줄라.
라미 로충아 할라 다 재미게 안도 대리 미치 소여라 안도 스로치래로 너 컨도 달로티 만달라 때는 샤무달에 열다 피터 말에.
So the Chinese would say, you know, since the older ones had already been labeled as wearing the cap, they told the younger ones that their cap was on the shoulder. So if they acted well, they would take off the cap from the shoulder so that they would be equal with the other common people. But if they didn't do well, their cap would go over their head instead of their shoulder.
And were your siblings, were they afraid? Were they worried or afraid that they would be thamsin someday?
Amlagi konda anilagi pingya chunga yorwala and pingya chunga dunzu dinde thamzing thongdu gane konjula shena yona da koran joge thamzing nima chik tangire samne
요라 나 컨돌라 던다 본간도 만던다 본 나마키라 컨도글라 세그라 마트 tenda리 yoyoina goyon yoyoina son sugetere tema judanga da namakila ta jamigala pano zi sonjet muta.
Yes, of course they thought that because you know, eventually, you know, they would have to suffer the same fate one day because at that time we never thought that there would be a period of leniency.
Did you ever think of escaping to Tibet at that time and
Escape away?
I mean, escaping from Tibet to India at that time?
Nani di kabla anilagi ta kyaga dwa trego samya dawa dinde gong yuna.
Ane nato desa yo marisa ho koran.
Langa yo maris.
Langa mili ngado ho koran vali chito ndotara.
Of course, we knew there was no way for escape. We had already gone up into the mountains.
So when what happens to you next? You're about 28, and what happens after age 28?
다 thamzing donzo pura cha kaadu gane anila khonglo ni sabke slayer wa ene dine khari chungre anila
어떤 노클라
anila la khonglo ni sabke sne ne khari chungsubela the thamzing changma karwa the thamzing ta ya ka su sungimba
근데 이제 대대 가순때는 만도 lumba wala tanda jiira mani mama kido mando kuchoki ni de khani heji khonchuji thua yina ta mama de khare mando wala shama tala sayura konne chaya yo mari khipa kene mando jege jasambol de inda to yede khipa kene ta kana kena tene jemi ge kadalo mando le kadatu kada china khipa chibu son digre mandolunga no lo machi ko chuchu ge pero wai se de ta khoba chi lo yebe chi jandu ko ne sincha chi lo ne mandol lumba no lo ka khipa na ye de digre mate kanda ma da chi sa yo mare no yo mare.
So even after that, though the thamzing stopped, we did not enjoy any freedom. If there was a dispute between a kuto and a common person, we were sure to be the losers, and we had to tread very carefully. It was almost like we were standing on the edge of the knife, and and we were always thinking, when will the Chinese once again find some sort of fault with us and then persecute us. And in my village, once a boy had put up a poster which said "Free Tibet," and then during that time we faced a lot of problem.
Can you remember what happened after he put up that sign in your village?
Putigi pöranzing lani yigi jarwala and di jelani anla number chola khari chungson pöla
nanda de yegi shimara yegi shite pode는 뭐는 천도되는 뭐 정말로 yegi 뒤주라 네 yegi 뒤주 뒤동지요라는 배마티 yegi 뭐 정말 yegi 뒤주티는 뒤주데 배마티 뒤주지요라 근데 뒤주데 배이 사마라면 yegi shite po데 얘기게 좋지. 근데 얘기시 말아. 호텔을 내가 셰파마키데 차티 호텔에 얘기 뒤중이래. 호텔 얘기 뒤중다 이사말.
So after the sign was put up, the Chinese took away all those who knew how to write and the students who were below the 4th grade, and they were taken away, and they were their handwriting was checked, but they couldn't find a similar handwriting.
So
and since I did not know how to write,
no problem. So we are about 1970 now, and I think so you stay in Tibet from 1970 to 2006. So that's a good 36 years more. Are there any experiences during those 36 years that you think it would be important for us to know that happened to you and that you could tell us about because you saw with your own eyes? So between 1970 and 2006.
72. Anla. Ta anla kholo ni sabye sindu gane chikdong gupyo dunju duni re sharwa ta dunju duni ne chini ni ton truth bado ya phaila shu yorwa ani di nanglo lo ta sumju ki nanglo la ani anela chikke ya chungyo da sigyo din je khari yona
ta tunje de na tu thara na ngado no me nga pinje lo pogo so yo 너 키파지나네 소소 키파다지나 알아볼라다 하마다 나히데 이마데네 다 심바데 싶어요 말아
ene DJ la khare chungre amla anila dinde chini lo khazu shure kheba chini shuya di
키파지나나 다 소소게 좋아데 소소게 쉬는 데리 좋아 다 네 차에게 냐면이 소소 좋아데 소소게 예 좋아 너는 허다진데 소소 소소게 좋아 가져야서는 달마와 너가 빈자게 부근다고요 더 한데 부근한테다 너는 아마는 시에 논데
Then my one of my siblings had 3 children, so I stayed at home, help looking after the children like a mother, and we were really very careful of what we did. And though we were not happy, we were able to earn our own livelihood, and this went on for about 20 or more years until I came to India.
And Anila, during that time, did you continue to wish to practice the Dharma in your own way, in your own private way, and how did you do that?
Tanda thamzing gi jela anela lo ni shoes tinde shura bhaila en dikabla ta anela ge susu ge ta nangbe chu ta nangya deba yorwala ani ti chu khandes nangbe
는 출루디 약티세 때오래라는 가바나라 타바 시죠 데지여레네 તનનો ખંડો નમો hinchirarala jami tamu yara gambala roya mare gambala soso gambala hintel degada china gambala kariyona karimina soso roya ra ando gambala roya mare kare china jami ge pesa yona hayona gambane ya kare china jamila payini jamila tijo brmate gambala roya mare
ane anela gombala shure
gomba shuse yo mare taba mata anan mandalo yo te amare anal gomba yo te amare na hani yo mare ana na hamana na ana da nome ge likha yo ko yira manda phaila likha chinge yira 내가 뭔가 취재면이 로아마다 나도 파인데 있는 취재면이 말이야 안에 생긴데 다 너무 범이나 법에 붙여이래 유무이라 초간로는 저기나 나선동에 다 저기나 유무이래 유무.
Then later, the monastery had about 40 monks, but they did not have freedom like we have in India. So everything was in Chinese hands. And in Tibet, in my region, there were no nunneries. So a nun stayed at home, and she served the family like a servant. In India, nuns practiced really the dharma, but in Tibet, she was the servant of the family.
Okay. You can just. Anila, when you were staying at home and taking care of your sister's children, and you said you were like a servant in the family, was that an agreeable role for you to play? Was that something you were willing to do?
Anila dikablaya naala shurwa ani pingyagi puguta denechin shugyorwa la ta naala shudyu gane ta ani singe dita yom rawchik yore soin bala and anila dikorlaya ani deva yona dusra shuyagi
tan dona gati non dina gamati ta yaram chechi shimando yaram chechi yutuna sonen niya hasawana hasana metal ki chatana ta na phapana dona thasana yojare sana dana thilhu 아마시와 여름에 진지로이나 성아 보고 추추고는 여름에 진지노.
So then I thought that it was better for me to leave because I had a great wish to see His Holiness the Dalai Lama before my death, and so I came away to Lhasa, and then I asked for information if I could, go to India. And I had seen His Holiness once when I was quite young.
Where was that you saw His Holiness when you were young?
안락이 경거름부지 공로춘주 안락 가봤지나.
내가 글로 추추고로 여름에 추투마 페라나 나 럴 파추투는 돈서 내가 추투마 놓고로 나 보고 추추고는 내가 하살이 진지노.
안락 춘주간 해사 페인수베.
하살이 아따 몽고래.
I have been to Lhasa once when I was very young and saw His Holiness.
I see.
But I don't want to speak about it.
Okay, no problem. So you thought it was better to leave and see His Holiness, and so how did you? Had you cut your hair at that time and made your offering?
안디 qabla 아니 라타비 퓨차를 왜 단다 하살 수 배두가네.
와리 퓨타래.
가와 퓨이나?
하이네 기실라킬로 호이 타고. 아다나 로 타페 포라마 로 시제야에도 인제래.
So I made my hair offering to Geshe in my region, and I think I was nearly 40 at that time. Yes.
Did the Geshe give you any special prayers or any instructions in the Dharma and the Buddha Dharma?
Tapi pusa Geshe jiorwa, and kongin anila ani talobdeun karida vishnangi yodo.
코리에는 놀인데 저 혼은 우미 타라 같이 배초마라는 놀인데 너 예리 뭐 때마티 저 혼은 rum들로 칼라사야 두치다 난도 철아서 첨보 넘어라 언는도 나말루는 니 초말루는 나부는 뼈 담바하라 안다 비는 뭐가 현도랬어 언는 되게 Nepado the Gishi don't have the Nepane Payan and Yamige Tongre. Sayamina.
Any Gishi gave Gurubushu Mari Tongre.
Oh, no, Bubadoti. Bumati.
So the Gishi had been imprisoned earlier, like my father, and they hadn't had proper food, and like my father, he did not live long and passed away.
See, okay, And Anila, how did you eventually leave Tibet and get to Dharamsala and arrive here?
Ani Anila, ani Dharamsala la tsupeya, ani pöne kandis chine peimbe.
Ana Hassan churelo launchilo matala toshi therosi, numushi batala, nalangana pandosala toshi therosi.
Ala ani ropa chevre.
Ne ropa cherosi ne.
So in Lhasa, I asked somebody who I knew to find me a way to go to India, and he helped me.
Okay. And have you been able to see His Holiness here in India?
Anla gyala perwa, kyanguru buji jega chunguna.
You can't move it.
Many times.
Really? What was the experience like for you?
제가 라로와 아니라 아니때 제가 라디오 가는 아니라 냠용디 간데도 비슷해. 경고를 비슷해.
나도 기차 문도를 못해. 나도 동거는 나도 달 여름에 코페 초마야 도가티야. 나 코페 도리 나 코페 팀에. 나 코페 몽보요 나를 팀에. 아는 거는 여기를 해지도 똑같이 인지를 손에 가서 대바도 시죠.
So I did not, we left out this part. In my region, once everybody was asked to give up the photographs of His Holiness that everyone owned. And at that time, I did not give up mine. And I think because I didn't do that, I was able to come to India.
Okay. And Auntie, when you came to here, to India, were you able to find a nunnery that you were able to stay in?
아니 안라 데레 페르와 아니다 아니 곰발레야 주야 게 중요나
아니 그말로 따이라면 근데 빠차시 말아 아니 거반을 빠차미키는 유유이 말해.
So since I did not know the scriptures, and that was one condition to join the monastery, nunnery, and so I could not join.
And what situation do you live in now, Anila?
단다 간데 전에 슈데래.
단다는 뭐시바노로 다 비로디 태교로 버지에나
뭐시바 찍나래.
난 단다 뭐시바지는데 나는 비사천에 오고데레기 기티리라는 들티에는 틀라칸로 토톤들에는 슝게 잡아는 할 티스티세요라. 나는 산디래.
So I'm staying with somebody I know, and then there is a stipend that we receive from the welfare officer here, and when we go for prayer assemblies in the temple, and there is an offering for the monks and nuns which I receive.
Okay. Anila, thank you for telling us your very important story, and we hope and pray that you continue to have a good life here in Dharamsala, and hope that you will pray for us. Thank you, Anila. Okay. Thank you.
Anila, tujiche sarin luyu changma songnerwa. Anila le tandoge ani chö nangyada dindege ani yapo yungbege rewa yus.